Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, Imam Umar. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Given that we have free gender changing issues in educational institutes and elsewhere, how to ensure separation for men and women when it comes to group sitting, bathroom use, and other matters when one is not sure of other person's biological gender? I'll just repeat the question again. Given that we have free gender changing issues in educational institutes and elsewhere, how to ensure separation from men and women when it comes to group sitting, bathroom use, and other matters when one is not sure of other person's biological gender? There are three genders in Islam. One is male, second is female, and the third is that we call in Arabic khuntha, or just say, in Urdu we say hijra, the third in between. That is natural from Allah. Very rare, but it's natural. Now there are two types of khuntha, actually three types of khuntha. One is that is more towards the male, and one is more towards the female, and the third is called khuntha mushkil, that you cannot distinguish between whether it's a male or a female. Understand? Yes. Okay. When it comes to khuntha, whether it's towards the male or towards the female, that is natural, and we should be accordingly applying the rules of Islam accordingly. If it's towards the male more, it's a male. The hukum of male in Islam will be implemented. If it's female, when it comes to khuntha mushkil, that is where a bit, the situation comes. But that is very, very rare naturally. Now, when it comes to, this is something extra that I'm mentioning, it is not mentioned in the question. When a khuntha is towards more male, it is permitted in Islam to have a surgery or medical treatment to become a full male. And if it's a female, it is permissible, there's a cushion in Islam that yes, that khuntha can become a female, a fully. Now in these situations, what is happening? Now there's a other thing that is what's happening. That is called those people who are fully 100% male and they are imitating women. Who are 100% women who are imitating men. This is what is wrong. What I just talked about, khuntha, that is something natural from Allah. They have their rights in Islam. If someone criticizes, no, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the khuntha, it was kicked out from Medina. It is mentioned. But the problem is we don't see the background we don't see the whole picture what's going on. This is the point where they say, oh, look what Islam treats, how they treat these type of people, and they don't give them rights. If we look at the history of that is because why was he banished from Medina, or the khuntha was banished from Medina? Because it was creating chaos. It was creating fuhsh and bad things among the society. So that is why there was a punishment there. But in normal situation, you give all the the rights. But when it comes to 100% male who just dresses up like a woman and walks like a woman and talks like a woman and vice versa, there's nothing in Islam for this. There's no permission of doing this. In fact, what it comes, لا تبديل لخلق الله, as in the Quran mentioned, that there is no change of the creation of Allah. Allah has created you as a man, Allah has created you as a woman, and in a hadith, Bukhari and Muslim, Sahih hadith, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam cursed the man who imitates a woman and a woman who imitates a man. So in this situation, when we know that this is a man, we're going to treat as a man. We're going to know it's a woman, we're going to treat her as a woman. Now, this is what is happening. These things are being forced to accept. So whatever, a man wants to become a woman, it is okay. But in Islam, it is not permissible. We cannot do that. As a question came here, is that in educational institutes, bathroom using and all that, and it is happening, and it's going to more happen, there is going to be only one bathroom in the future. It's going to happen. Right? All genders. So man is going, female is going, and everyone is, intersex is going. In that situation, as much as we can, we lower our gaze, whatever we can do possible, and we relieve ourselves, we come out. We can't do nothing about it. There are so many things, it is out of our control. And if we, first of all, abstain from using those bathrooms. But if a lot of time it happens, we don't have any other choice. We're traveling or something, or maybe in offices, that can happen now. They can apply this, all one bathroom, that's it. So in these cases, if it's, then you can just make sure that we lower our gazes and whatever we have to do, and then we just come back. And again, the separations and all that, if it's private institute, like let's say for example it's the masjid here, right? And this is what it's supposed to be. If there's a male, it's a male, come to the male side. If it's a female, go to the women's side. But if someone comes up and is 100% male and dressing up like a woman, or a woman dressing like a male, it will not be acceptable. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. This question is in Urdu, so I will read it in Urdu as well as translate it. Ayan with a ayn. नाम का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of आयान? और क्या ये नाम दुरुस्त है? Is it okay is this name to give it to someone, to a baby? Ayan with a ayn, ayan with a hamza, or ayyan with a ayn, में क्या फर्क है? What's the difference between ayan and ayyan? The word ayan with a ayn has no meaning. So this name should not be kept. The other thing, ayyan with a hamza. Ayyan, that has a zabr or fatha on the top of the hamza and a tashdeed on the ya. Ayyan. This is called in Arabic ism shart, condition noun, right? And the meaning of that is kab, when. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يَوْمَ يُبْعَثُونَ comes in the Quran. They have no idea that when أَيَّانَ يَوْمَ يُبْعَثُونَ, when they will be resurrected. So ayyan, one is ayan, no meaning, no word. Ayyan is a ism shart, condition noun, meaning kab, when. So that's also, we're not supposed to, just leave that, don't name anyone. But there's another word, ayyan, with a ayn. Ayyan. Ayn, and then ya, bitashdid. It means badi aankhon wala. Big eyes. That can be kept. Ayyan with a ayn. Or otherwise, what I suggest is that the Prophet's names. If you need to pick a name, Prophet's name, or Sahaba or Sahabiyat, there are plenty of them, names that are beautiful and unique. A lot of time people want, I want a unique name for my boy or for my girl. And then they name unique names that has no meaning and no word. Like Ayyan. Ayyan means kab, when. Right? So always name your child with a name that has a meaning, a good meaning, or it's named by a prophet or sahabi or sahabiya.
So there is another name similar to Ayyan, the Alif Mad Zawra, Ayyan. Ayyan. Not with N.
No, without, no, it's nothing. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Inshallah, make dua for me and my brothers and sisters in the Ummah. Inshallah. My question is that, can men wear their pants below the ankles while praying, as well as in general? Jazakallah khair. That's a good question, valid question. To uncover our ankles, and by the way, this is only for men, not women. Women has to cover. For the men, while praying or out of the prayer, in our regular general, whatever we wear, pants, jeans, shalwar, jubba, whatever it is, it has to be above the ankles all the time. It is not only about the prayer. Okay? All the time, our jeans, trousers, whatever we should be above the ankle. In Bukhari, it is mentioned, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whatever the lower garment is below the ankles is in the fire. In general. Okay. Whatever, if the ankle is going, it's hidden, it will be in fire. And there's another hadith, Rasulullah is this hadith in Muslim, Sahih Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there are three whom Allah will not look or praise on the day of judgment. Who will not look out of mercy, out of rahmah. There are three people, and they will have a painful punishment. Number one, the one who wears his garment below his ankles. Number two, the one who reminds others for his favors. Okay? If I have done a favor to someone, time to time I'm reminding that person. Remember I've done this for you. Remember that. Remember this. What is a favor to do? This is a sadaqah. It's a good deed you're doing. So why are you reminding that person? You're humiliating that person. A person needed, let's say for example, money. He needed that money at that time, and you gave him. That's a khalas. You should forget. Right? If it's a loan, that's a different thing, But reminding for a loan, that's just something different. That you, brother, you promised me you'll give me back after 6 months or a year, and that passed, and you just remind her, just a gentle reminder. That's just something else. But reminding with the intention that to putting him down or humiliating him, so this is very serious. And the third, the one who sells his product by means of making false oaths. Person is doing a business. Let's say, for example, a person does not have to be a professional businessman. Let's say I'm selling my car. I'm just selling my car, and there are some things that has a defect in it, but I'm not telling them. I'm selling my house. I'm selling even minor thing. It has a defect. You should tell, look, brother, this has this problem. You want to take it? It's up to you. But if you're hiding that default, that fault in it, so brothers, this is very important. Always, whatever we wear, our garment should be, even if it's a bit above the ankle, it doesn't have to be so much higher. Even if it's a bit above, we have to have that. It is wajib. The severe punishment is mentioned, as I just quoted some few hadiths, right, from Bukhari and Muslim. One last one. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. I have a question. Wa alaikum salam. I work at a car dealership as a salesman. Now 90% of our clients are either financing or leasing. My job is to select the right car and present numbers and give an estimated interest rate that comes from my sales managers. If they agree, I would collect their info for the credit application, and I would give it to my fiance, subhanallah, and I would give it to my finance manager, where he submits these info to the banks, and customers usually sign contracts and finalize their purchase with the finance manager. Is my job haram? If you could answer this question, I would be appreciated. Okay. And my pay has nothing to do with the customer financing or paying cash. I only get paid on the profit. So if the customer finance or pay cash, my commission doesn't change, it stays the same. In Sahih Muslim, there's a hadith, Jabir radiallahu anhu, he narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam cursed the one who consumes riba, interest, and the one who pays it, the one who writes it down, and the two who witnesses it. And he said, in the end, they are all the same. I mean, whatever is happening in this line, they're all the same. What does that mean? They're all the same. They're being cursed because they're all the same. Why? Because they are cooperating with each other. They're involved in these things. So the same way, even though if you're getting paid not from the interest, but in between you're involved, you're going back and forth, you're going to the customer, you're negotiating, right? And then you go to the manager and say, yeah, no, I'll give this number and this much interest. This number, this much interest. So that individual is going back and forth and talking, okay, this is the number of the car, let's say, and this is what? The percentage of the interest rate. So you're being involved in it, right? So my suggestion will be, find another job. But don't do this mistake, as ulama say. Don't get excited and just go and then resign and say, I don't want it from tomorrow. No. Find a job first and then resign. That's it for today. We have many more, but we don't have time. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Allah